Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action as usual here on the channel. Just going to go through on how today's selections ran. It wasn't a bad day today. Our Longshot won at 12-1 Bilston Best, which was a very good ride by Holly Doyle considering she lost her whip towards the last couple of furlongs, and it was a hands and heels ride to the finish. At one point I thought the horse wasn't going to win anyway because it looked like it was getting a bit squeezed in, but it managed to find a gap and it ran on really well towards the last half a furlong or so, and I think it won by about a length and a half in the end. So it was a really nice ride by Holly Doyle, and I believe that was her biggest win of her career so far, so well done to Holly Doyle there. Our other selections that ran were Manlook, which did place banger on D. That was actually our nap, came in second place, but a bit of a turn up for the books in that one, Lord Huntington. I have seen that horse before and I've actually backed it privately and it's run absolute shockers, so that was a bit of a change of form for that horse, but at least we had a horse that ran not too badly. Our other horses were a little bit frustrating. We had Plant Pot Power for Richard Hannon, which ran on really well to finish in 4th place, and then we had Alexander M, which I thought was all over Save the Bees, that went on to win that race. I thought with a furlong out it was all Alexander M's to win, and then he looked like he was going to be in the frame, and then on the outside Hollywood Road came storming home, and it was a very close finish between the first three, but unfortunately Alexander M got drifted back to 3rd place. But like I say, I think it was only probably not even half a length between all three of them in that close finish there. So at least our selections all ran well today, and they didn't run too disappointingly, so you can probably forgive our runs today, but at least it was another day of in profit. It wasn't a lot of money, but the 12-1 winner was definitely a nice contribution there. So all in all, it wasn't a bad day today. Continuing our good form of late, we've been not doing too badly recently. We've had quite a few winners and we've had some good placed horses, so we're doing not too badly at the moment. But if you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Lucky15. This is the home of Each Way Lucky 15 betting. I created this channel back in about March now, actually, when it was the Cheltenham Festival, because in September a lot of my regulars probably fed up with me going on about it, but in September I'm going back to study a master's degree in sports broadcasting journalism, and I just created the channel, you know, just to gain a bit of experience behind the camera, also as well producing videos every day and just sharing with you my passion and knowledge of horse racing. And at the end of the day, it's just a little bit of fun. We have our good days and our bad days, but like I said, we're a bit of on an upward curve at the moment, so hopefully we'll have a good day for tomorrow's horse racing action. And we're going to go through our selections for tomorrow, which, like I say, take the format of an Each Way Lucky 15 bet. There's some good racing on tomorrow, a few different places, and the first race that we go to tomorrow is in the 350 at Salisbury with a horse called Pacharana, which is trained by Lucky15, and Ryan Moore will take the ride tomorrow. Ryan Moore is actually in really good form of late, and this horse is around about 5-2 with bookmakers, and it's got a fantastic record in handicaps. It's got 7 wins from its 12 starts in handicaps, and last time out was a very impressive winner at Bath, making all, where it won by 8 lengths that day, but the handicapper has put it up dramatically by £10, so that could hinder it tomorrow. But I thought Pacharana had a good record in these types of races. He arrives here in the best form. He's got Ryan Moore aboard tomorrow, and I thought Ryan Moore will probably give this a good clever ride tomorrow, and that's why I'm going for it as our first selection tomorrow in the 350 at Salisbury. We then go on to our long shot in the next race, which will be at Salisbury actually, and tomorrow in the 420, which is a Group 3 race, the only Group 3 on the card tomorrow, I believe, anywhere in the country, so it's quite a competitive race. But the horse that we've gone for here is our long shot, which is called Tabarrak. It's trained by Richard Hannon. Jim Crowley takes the ride, who's the current champion jockey at the moment, but he will probably unfortunately lose his crown this year to Sylvester de Souza, who's been riding very well this year, riding a lot of winners, but I think it's a bit too much for anyone to claw back the difference. So that's probably where the jockey title's going this year. But Tabarrak, if we look at him as a horse, he's not a bad horse on paper. He's run in some good races of late in the fact that he's been in good company, but he hasn't quite been able to deliver his full potential. I think tomorrow will definitely be a help to him. He's going back up in trip to a mile, which I think will suit him. Also as well, a few of the other rivals that he's racing against tomorrow, he has previously met in his last couple of races where they've been handicaps, and he's been giving weight to a few of his rivals, like nearly in excess of about 8 or 9 pounds. Tomorrow they will be all on a level dead weight of 9 stone, and I thought this horse could definitely figure out and bounce back away and fight to win this race tomorrow, because I thought he is one of the best horses in the field, and he's had excuses for his last couple of runs, and he's got the perfect race in my opinion, where everything will be more on a level playing field and the conditions should be to suit. So I thought Tabarrak as a long shot tomorrow. He's currently around 7-1 with bookmakers at the moment. I thought that was quite an interesting good each way price there. So that's going to be my second selection at Salisbury tomorrow there. We then go over onto the evening action on the flat, and our third selection sees us go to Yarmouth in the 6:30, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Multicultural. It's trained by James Tate, and Martin Harley takes the ride. Now this horse makes its handicap debut tomorrow. They also try the blinkers on with this horse tomorrow, and so far it's shown some good ability. It's raced in some maidens but hasn't unfortunately been able to get across the line in first place for winning connections, but this horse has been there or thereabouts in its races, and sometimes it has raced maybe a little bit freely. Hopefully the blinkers will focus this horse tomorrow. It's going to be running off a mark of 73, and I thought this horse had a good chance tomorrow in handicap company, and I thought the blinkers as well could definitely make a positive effect. I think James Tate's had a few horses like this recently that have transferred to handicaps and done not too badly. So I thought this bodes well for this horse tomorrow, and I thought that because he's shown also as well a lot of market favouritism when he's been running, that he could definitely shorten as we get nearer to post time tomorrow. And I thought 5-1 was quite an encouraging price, especially on the each way angle. I think, and I can see him as well being in the frame tomorrow, so I thought that wasn't a bad selection there as our third selection there, which is Multicultural in the 6:30 at Yarmouth. Our last selection tomorrow happens to be our nap, where we go to Chepstow with a horse called Medburn Cutler. It's trained by Paul Henderson, and Franny Norton takes a ride, and this horse has got a very good record, tends to do better in these kind of races, handicaps. You can probably rule out its last run where it was a long odds finisher that day at Royal Ascot in the big race there, which is over, I think it's 2 miles and a couple of furlongs, where it's running a lot against a lot better quality horses that day, where they're all, I think they're all running off around about the same weight, and also as well, he wasn't actually that far beaten. You had the likes of US Army Ranger in there. You had Thomas Hobson, which I can't remember if it followed up for Willie Mullins at Royal Ascot, but I know that it was tipped to follow up. But that was a very hotly contested race. I think this is more of its bread and butter tomorrow at Chepstow. He's currently around about 11-2 with bookmakers at the moment, and I thought Medburn Cutler could be the one to beat tomorrow. He's got a couple of good horses in there. Project Blue Book, which is a promising young horse over the jumps, is running in this race tomorrow. He's been running on the flat a few times recently, but I thought that he's going to be receiving a little bit of weight as well as Medburn Cutler. I thought he had a very good chance of being prominent in the race tomorrow. He's also a previous course winner at Chepstow, which tends to bode well. He's also will stay the trip as well, which is over 2 miles tomorrow, and I thought he had a cracking chance of being in the race tomorrow. So that's going to be my nap there, Medburn Cutler in the 6:45 at Chepstow. But if you disagree with my selections for tomorrow, if you want to take me on, let us know your predictions in the comments box below. Also as well, if you've got any tips that you fancy that are running elsewhere tomorrow, let us know as well in the comments box below. Also as well, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more horse racing daily content and predictions. And like I've mentioned many times before, the more support I can gain from you guys by subscribing, the more I can improve this channel, because I do want to get out there a little bit more and do some more reporting live from the track, and also as well maybe do some stable vlogs, going out and visiting local horse trainers, because I've mentioned before, I don't live too far away from many like the likes of Marcus Tregonin, Ken Cunningham-Brown, and it might be interesting to link up with them and give you behind the scenes of what their stable operations are like and how they take a horse from training to the racecourse. I think that'd be a really interesting vlog, so please subscribe if you want to see more content like that. Also as well, you can follow us on social media. We're more active on Twitter at Lucky15, so that's probably the place to go to follow us on social media, but you can check out our rubbish Facebook page, which does exist, but it doesn't very get active on, so follow us on Twitter if you have Twitter there. Also as well, gamble responsibly, always gamble within your means. Don't want you to lose too much money from my selections. You don't have to do them if you really don't want to, so always gamble responsibly. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a good day tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow giving you my predictions for the following day, and yeah, we'll see you soon.